You know, we're in the age of viral videos, and there's a viral video that came out this week, and I'm sure you heard about it. It was from this baby mama that said she wanted to expose her baby daddy, okay? Her baby daddy brought McDonald's for his son, and she had 3 other children that were at her house. So she said, why didn't you bring no food for my other 3 kids? And he was just like, I ain't got the money to be paying for your 3 kids. I can only take care of my kid. So she cussed this dude out, took his McDonald's, threw it across the street. And she said, I'm going to expose you for what you are because you brought food for your son and didn't bring food for the other 3 kids. Anybody see that story this week? Well, Pastor just brought you ghettonews.com. You're welcome. I just brought you ghettonews.com. Yep. To be honest, I really empathize with both of them. I empathize with the guy because he said, man, if you had one other kid, maybe it'll be all right, but you got 3. Where those other 3 baby daddies at? I can't come and feed your whole household. I can only feed one of them. I empathize with that. Don't y'all empathize with that? I do. I get it. Maybe his budget just couldn't pay for another 3 kids. But I also empathize with this single mom, this baby mom. Gayla and I raised 4 kids at the same time in the same household, and it was hard, and we married. I can't imagine a single mom having 4 kids at home, trying to figure out how I'm going to feed everybody, how I'm going to get everybody up, how I'm going to get everybody something, and you don't have somebody there to help and help share the load. So what I just heard was a frustrated mom. It's hard. Food stamps are not in, and I'm struggling. So to be honest, I kind of empathize with both of them. But the thing that nobody said is this. So I might get in trouble. Facebook may put me in jail for this, but I got to tell the truth. Man, why were you sleeping around with somebody that had 3 baby daddies in the first place? You put yourself in this situation. Woman, why were you sleeping around to where you got 4 baby daddies in the first place? You kind of put yourself in this situation too. Ooh. Maybe if you did it God's way, it wouldn't have turned out being so hard. God can redeem the situation. He loves you, and cussing this man out isn't going to vindicate or help you in any way. Or you being frustrated and only bringing food for that one child isn't going to help you in any way. You got to lean on the Lord in those hard situations. But why don't you think back and say, man, that wasn't a good decision in the first place? I don't know about you, but I want to get it right. Before it turns out ratchet and ugly that way, I want to get it right. And let me tell you something. To get it right, you got to do it God's way. Do it God's way. I promise you, if you say, I'm going to be faithful to God until God sends my wife, and when she sends my wife, I'm going to surrender and say, I'm going to love you like Christ loved the church, and I'm going to be your husband, and I'm going to be your wife, and we get together, and we parent together, we husband together, we wife together, we do this thing together. Let me tell you something. That's God's way, and I promise you, you're going to have a much more effective and beautiful life. Otherwise, yeah, it's hard when you don't get it right. Get it right. Now, Lord knows, I done been in some ratchet, ugly situations. Yes, I do have a baby mama, and I've been in that same situation where I've had to go and bring food. And I'm going to tell you, just about every time I tried to take care of everybody in the house, I made that sacrifice. Why? Because I'm the one that put myself in that situation. So I said, let me be godly, live with a little less, just so I can be a blessing to everybody in this household. And man of God, if you do that, let me tell you something, God will bless you. When you make it all about you and I'm going to take care of mine and I'm going to take care of me, no, that's not how you get blessed. But when you say, I got to figure out a way, one thing about Kyron and his brother Walter, we celebrated a few weeks ago with graduation. Walter always tell me, man, I remember when you took us all to Six Flags. I took him and his brother, and ever since then, he always just kind of looked up to Kyron's dad. Why? It wasn't because I was balling. I just said, I got to show and be a man of God to this person. And you know what? If I do that, maybe I can be a good influence on him. Man of God, if you do that, God will bless you. He'll bless you. He'll bless you, y'all.